In the dark of night where secrets hide, 100 airlock falls locked deep inside. Whispers in the wind, echoes in the air, unveiling the darkness, a chilling affair. Welcome to the asylum where madness thrives. Where the shadows dance and the scream resides. A twisted symphony of murder and crime. Unravel the mystery of the unknown
Welcome everyone to another episode of The Asylum with Harley and Joker. How is
Yes,
everybody doing tonight?
Hey, hey, hey.
Feel
Tonight's
like shit,
episode.
but I'm here.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little something too. So hey,
Well, it's that time of year, weather changing and everything.
nothing a little
Oh,
brewski can hurt. Can't help.
seems like every Sunday that's you just in the mood for a drink.
Yeah, I don't drink. You know, I made it a habit to have a drink every time we're doing this podcast. I actually don't drink that much. It doesn't seem like that though. Whatever, it's all right.
Okay. Well, tonight's episode is now Murders and Mysteries. It used to be Murders and Margaritas, but well, since none of us really drink margaritas on the show, it only felt right to change it to Murders and Mysteries.
I want to drink margaritas under the hot sun. Thank you.
Hello, Rosie. How are you doing tonight there, hun? We have 6 people viewing us, but Rosie's the only one who wants to say anything. Hello, if you are watching, say something.
You have to keep using them. You couldn't get the other cup.
I am going to share this real quick on my Facebook. See if I can't draw a few other people.
I mean, my Facebook page is already linked up to people watching, but they're not always the most active bunch in comments because you gotta give them something to
Hello,
comment on.
Casey. Hi, Facebook user. Go ahead and give SteamYard permission to know who you are.
I don't want StreamYard to know who I am.
Remember. Well, if SteamYard doesn't know who they are, then we can't say hello to them. Guys, remember, at the end of March, the Asylum is doing a giveaway. Miss. Remember, at
Sorry.
the
Probably look at them.
Miss Lisa is doing a custom skull for the Asylum with Harley and Joker. It's going to be an Arkham Asylum skull. Guys, if you follow us on the Mod Squad, you know Lisa Skulls. So, how do you get entered, you ask? You have to be following us on Facebook, the Asylum group, and also our YouTube. And at the end of March, everybody's name will be put into the drawing. Every time you sit back there, Joker, it makes your blur out.
Yeah, background.
And he
That's
disappeared.
good. You're doing good.
For me, at least.
What?
He froze there for me.
Oh. And unfortunately, if you are a mod, which Josh, you're about to become a mod for the Asylum with Harley group, you cannot be entered in the giveaway.
But I'm not yet. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Well, okay, you're part of the show now, so
You may be becoming a mod, but you're not a mod with a bod like me. So just saying.
Hey man, I have one big ab. I don't have abs. I have one large ab. Anyways.
wow. Okay, so let's go on to our show. Got to pull up my notes here. Okay, so in a bone-chilling revelation, a series of the most terrifying and mysterious murder cases surrounded in obscurity and explored in this episode for you guys. These distressing tales, seemingly lost in history, have remained largely unheard of until now. Emerging from the shadows with an eerie, shocking nature. Okay. And some of these are
Fucking-
pretty shocking.
I gotta say, I read through this. I kind of just skimmed through it. I haven't heard of a single one of these, so it's interesting.
Well, there was actually 2 articles that I took. So, like, there's 15. So, both of those articles I took.
Yeah.
And
Well, surprise the
okay,
shit
so
out of me because I didn't have time to research anything. So surprise the shit out of me.
okay, our first case tonight is Robert Brindle, also known as the Butcher of Kansas.
Oof.
Leatherface.
Why is it not doing it right? Because I didn't put it in the right section. Oh, well. Okay, guys. So, his victims consisted of young Caucasian men aged between 18 and 22.
I have a PB&J waiting for me.
Okay. Let's move them up here. Ooh, where did it go?
Behind us.
Talk amongst yourselves so I can
That's
move
all
it
right.
up.
What the?
So,
There we go.
by the way, my kid might make a surprise entrance. He's in bed, but he didn't want to go to sleep. So who knows? We
Oh,
might
that's
get
Oh,
a special guest.
apparently on Twitch you can't block comments.
Is there
Are my
a comment that
comments
needed to
popping
be
up?
blocked?
Hello,
Yeah,
sorry for bothering you. I want
it's a scammer. It's a fucking scammer.
Oh, great.
There we go. Hello? Is that which cousin of that is mine? Even though I said that completely all wrong. Okay, so it's been noted that all of his victims were unfortunate individuals, were either prostitutes or acquired acquaintances of his. Upon luring them into his residence, he would proceed to intoxicate them by means of alcohol or administer traditional seductive sedatives and animal tranquilizers. He would restrain them and gag them to a bed in his basement with the use of piano wire over varying time intervals. So
Creative, at least.
yeah.
At least he gave him a good time first. That's a joke. Oh, Jesus.
Ranging from a single night to several weeks. The victims were subject to
Torture, essentially.
extreme torture.
Yeah.
I had pictures for you guys, but I stuck them in the wrong area, so y'all can't see them tonight.
Didn't want to see him
Oh, well.
anyway.
Here you go.
Shit happens. Yeah, there you go. That's the picture of him.
Looks like Ron Williams with a mustache.
Yeah. He looks like on the Bridesmaids movie, the scene where Melissa McCarthy is in the
Her
airplane.
husband.
Yeah, her
It's
husband.
Melissa
It looks
McCarthy's
like
husband,
Melissa McCarthy's husband. 100% it does. Yeah. I like
Oh,
that you know
my.
exactly who I was talking about. That's great.
Well,
Yeah,
Melissa
Josh
McCarthy
gets to
is
be in
my
charge of showing you guys the picture.
Melissa McCarthy is my WCW every week. So yeah.
Oh, that's fair. You know what? She's awesome.
I love Melissa McCarthy. On the Mod Squad, they did this interview with me because that's their new show. And they asked me if I had to cast a celebrity for my life, who would I cast? And I said Melissa McCarthy.
Nice. Huh, that's an interesting
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
I mean, Seth Rogen was born to play me, so you know.
Okay, so his methods of torture included electrical shocks, beating, various instruments, and acts of sodomy through forced penetration with his own fist, genitalia, or vegetables. It's truly disturbing to note that he maliciously documented the entire torture process, capturing it on camera and maintaining a detailed log of what he did.
Well, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
I think if you're going to do crime, you probably shouldn't meticulously document it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't write down exactly all the crimes you commit and keep it in a detailed log.
Dear diary.
He recorded it too, so.
Dear diary.
I murdered 6 people today.
No, he's in the movie. He sings to himself while he writes. So, dear diary, I hurt that bitch today.
Who is it?
I penetrated him with my fist.
In what movie?
They call me Mr. Fister.
Oh. No idea. Oh man, why am I eating a vegetable after it just said he was? Now I kind of don't want to eat this carrot.
Wow. Eat that carrot, Josh.
I will.
It makes you think. You never know exactly where that carrot's been before you got it.
A rabbit used it to fist another rabbit.
Well, there was that carrot out the window.
I have no idea where that carrot went.
The rabbits know.
I threw it for comedy, and now I can't find it. Oh well.
Okay, so our second one tonight is Gertrude, and I am not even going to try to pronounce her last name because it is
Banaszewski
or something like that. But she was also known as the Torture Mother. Okay, Gertrude oversaw and facilitated the prolonged torture, mutilation, and ultimate killing of Sylvia Likens. In July of 1965, Lester and Betty Likens, who worked in a traveling carnival, of course, a carnival.
Goddamn method parties.
Yeah, but this time it isn't the carnies that did the crime.
Well, they asked Gertrude to take care of their 2 teenage daughters. There was a show of this, like they did a movie like this, kind of. I remember seeing it.
Okay. I have to say, well, go ahead. Finish this little section here, and then, yeah.
Okay, so Sylvia Marie Likens, who was 16 in Jenny Faye Likens, who was 15, in exchange for 4 weeks of compensation. However, if the money was late, she would take it out on her anger on the girls. Over
Okay.
time, she began forcing her acts of violence on Sylvia alone. I swear, there was a movie made of this.
Yeah, it sounds very familiar.
What's the woman's name?
Sylvia
Gertrude
Banaszewski.
Uh-huh.
Gertrude Benazuski? Yeah.
Sorry, Gertrude. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
swear there was a movie of it. Like, I swear I've seen a movie like that. Okay,
Looking
Josh,
now.
what were you saying?
So, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I wanted to show the picture, but I want to. So, Joker, put in your mind what you think this lady probably looks like. Have you already looked at her?
I had to look her up, but
Okay.
it was either An American Crime or The Girl Next Door. Those are both movies based on this crime.
That is exactly
I
what I
think
expected
yeah.
that lady to look like.
It was The Girl Next Door that I saw of this movie.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
fucked up.
loosely that version is loosely based on this story. It's an adaptation of the 1989 horror novel penned by Jack Ketchum, but it's American Crime was directly based upon the life and murder of Sylvia Likens.
I might have seen that one too.
Oh shit!
Um,
Elliot Page played Sylvia Likens in that one.
Oh,
okay,
wow,
so
good actor.
it is important to note that she was not acting alone. She was the mother of 7 children. Yes, I've seen this movie. All whom have participated in the torture and savage attacks against Sylvia. Hey guys, you should really look up this movie because I've seen it. It is horrible. Tragically, in October 1965, Sylvia was brutally beaten to death in an attempt to cover up the crime. Whatever the hell the woman's name is, allegedly coerced a neighbor into calling the police and falsely reporting that Sylvia had ran away. However, when the authorities arrived at the residence, Jenny Likens, Sylvia's younger sister, secretly whispered to one of the officers, pleading, "Get me out of here and I'll reveal everything."
Good on her.
The lady received a 20-year prison sentence, but was eventually released. She
That's
later
fucking crazy.
relocated to Iowa, changed her name, and ultimately she got lung cancer in 1990. As for the other individuals involved, most of whom were youngsters, they received no punishment.
That
Which
is insane.
I don't see. I understand the kids not getting any punishment because they were just doing what they were
Yeah.
told.
Yeah.
So they really didn't do anything wrong if you think about it. They just did what they were told to do.
That makes sense, but like the fact that
She was released.
yeah. 20 years. Even if she had been in there the whole 20 years, that itself is like just fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, so our third is the Somatron Man.
Oh,
This is from
the Sumatra Man. He was on my serial killer bracket on my show. I know this one.
he was in Australia in 1948, also known as the Tamarish Red Case.
It's the yeah. What was it? This one's interesting. I hadn't heard about this. The Tamam Shud. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the victim. Just so you know, this is a dead guy. So if you guys are squeamish, it's not, it's not like gross or anything. But here you go.
Yeah, that's what I found too, was the victim. Okay, so it involves the mysterious death of an unidentified man found on Sumatran Beach in Australia. A partially smoked cigarette was found on his collar, along with the line from a Persian poems tucked into his pocket. However, investigators were unable to identify the individual referred to as Sumatran Man. Various
Summerton, man.
theories,
Summerton.
well, however you say it, various theories circulated, including the possibilities that he might have been a spy.
I believe it.
It's one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in history.
He kind
I
of looks
believe,
like a spy.
I believe that he was a spy. I have no proof, but like I could totally see that.
He does look like
Well-
it, though.
Then he was a bad spy. If you think he looks like a spy, he's a bad spy.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, if you look at like all the movies of what they show a spy looks like, that's what he looks like.
This next one's fucked. Sorry.
Okay, so our next one is Catherine Knight.
Good lady.
In a shocking incident in 2000, Australian woman Catherine Knight brutally stabbed her partner, John Price, a staggering 37 times. What followed was even more horrifying as she proceeded to skin him, decapitate his head, cook parts of his body.
Just like Mom used to make. This is her.
Up below, you can't see her. Oh, yeah, okay. She looks pleasant.
Seems like a sweet lady. Oh,
Seems
I
like she'll
forgot.
bite your dick. Seems like she'll bite your
And
dick off mid blowjob.
She meticulously set up her dining room table for two servings. For two, served the cooked meat alongside baked potatoes and vegetables. Disturbingly, handwritten notes with the names of Price's children were placed next to each table setting, indicating
So-
Knight's horrifying intentions to serve them their own father for dinner.
So basically, Hannibal Lecter, a female version.
Yeah.
Yeah. It only gets
So-
more fucked up.
Yes. Okay. It was only when the police finally arrived at the house that they discovered Knight in a state of contentment with spilled pills scattered across the floor. The investigation led them to Price's boiling head, found in a pot of soup on the stove.
Listen, if
These
you're gonna
lists-
make a soup made of a man, you got to do it right. And I bet boiling the head would add the flavors that you want. I mean, I don't want those flavors, but if you want those flavors, I'm sure that's where you get them. The head is full of.
I'll ask Chop Top next time I see him.
This gruesome crime earned Knight the distinction of being the first woman in Australia to be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Currently, she is serving her sentence at the Silverwater Correctional Complex in New South Wales.
Goddamn Australians,
I'm
man, they're psycho.
I'm surprised that's all she got was life in prison. Like,
Yeah, it's a good. They don't do the death penalty over there.
They live in Australia. It's already life in prison.
It is a penal colony.
I mean-
that's true.
Australia is the fucking south of the world.
Yeah, it's kind of the Florida of the world. You're right. Like Australian
Florida-
man, it's kind of the same as Florida man. Didn't we say this another?
Yes, we did. But it's also the same. It's basically like Alabama and Florida had a baby and it became Australia.
okay, so our fifth one is the Papin sisters.
Do I
You
want
want
to
to
tap
show
them?
that picture?
No, God no.
No,
Look,
you
okay.
really don't.
They look like they can keep you stiff.
They'll turn you stiff, all right.
Hell no.
Okay.
Is that
They look like-
is that?
Have you ever
Is
seen
that-
the Nanny McPhee movie?
I was gonna say, is that
They look
is
like
that Snape?
Nanny McPhee before she turns like beautiful, like when she's all like gross.
Got the
Is that?
nose and the
I was gonna say, is that Snape and his sister?
Mr.
Okay.
Potter.
French sisters Leah and Christine Pippin served as live-in servants for the Lucillin family in France in 1926, reported to have peculiar behavior. Okay, they seldom engaged with others and displayed little interest in anything except each other. That's kind of
Hot.
okay. That's
That was
if
perfectly
it was
timed.
anyone other than them. Okay, possibly. Despite this, they diligently performed their duties and resided with the family for nearly 7 years. However, on the fateful night in February 1933, Mr. Lancillon returned home to a horrific scene. His wife and adult daughter lay lifeless on the floor in a pool of blood, their eyes brutally gouged out of their faces battered. Locked inside the room, the Papin sisters discovered by the police laying in bed next to each other with a bloody hammer.
I mean, when it's hammer time with me and my sister, you know how it goes.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
Only in Alabama.
Well, that was in France, so.
Yeah, France is similar to Alabama in that kind of way.
Okay, so our next one is the Long
Chocolate
Island
blue.
serial killer. We're on the next one.
Yep. Oh. Yes. Here you go. The Long Island Killer.
Yep.
All right. Here's that guy.
It's my college roommate. No, he's from Long Island. He's from Long Island though, but
Yeah. there
In
he is.
2011, police in New York State were investigating the death of Shannon Gilbert, whose body was discovered near Gilgo Beach on Long Island. But while searching the area, they found a grave filled with bodies of 4 women. A further search unearthed 6 more bodies, including a child and a man dressed in woman's clothing. The New York Times reported police linked some of the bodies parts found in the grave to unidentified victims whose bodies were found miles away, stemming from unsolved crimes dated back to 1996, according to the Associated Press. Most of the victims are believed to be sex workers who advertised on Craigslist, but only a few of them have been positively identified. Among these victims were Melissa Bartholomew, who had disappeared from her home in the Bronx in 2009. Her parents called the police, but authorities didn't take their concerns seriously until Bartholomew's little sister started getting phone calls from a mysterious number with the man saying, "I killed Melissa." Though there have been some leads, the killer is still at large. Well, that was back in 2016. They caught the guy, so.
I want to
He
say
called-
that the guy I showed was not him.
how dare you
Well, this is
false
an older
information this
article,
show?
so
I mean,
that guy that you showed is him.
Is it? No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I
This is a
mean,
different one.
I will. I mean, what he called? Did he call
I
it taunt that
thought-
he killed people?
Hold on.
Just
me
makes
make
me freaking think of. It's a neck cutter, and I'm 1 block away. For all the jugglers out there. Damn, no jugglers in this crowd. I knew it was a bad crowd. Must be some Eminem fucking lovers.
We have 5 people watching, but I don't know who they are. But I know Rosie's still there. But
I will say one of them is me.
Casey,
Yeah.
are you still there? Ashley, are you still there?
No, because they weren't watching it through my shit. And mostly it's
Whoa.
or actually no, it was my shit at one point. But
High five for
We're fucking-
freedom.
what freedom for what
Okay.
now? That makes a difference.
That
Don't be mean to her.
wasn't the guy. This is actually the guy.
Holy shit! It looks like somebody's uncle. That's a Long Island uncle, but that's a damn sure.
And that was the house. Yep, that's the guy right there.
Oh,
He
that's
looks like
creepy.
he looks like he'd kill the hook. He looked like he would kill hookers.
His name is Rex Howerman.
Rex.
We have Dank
Oh.
Nation in the house with us tonight.
That's one of my favorite freaking Bad Batch characters. God damn it.
Rex?
Yep.
Well, you could go to wolfgarprops.com and buy one of his helmets. An exact replica. It's beautiful.
I am your co-host. I get things for free.
You can promote your stuff on here too.
I already have one.
And in the Facebook group. Speaking of that, guys, go check out Kayla and Billy's crafts. They will be doing giveaways on here once a month. Well, at least you stopped in to say hi. Okay,
Hi.
our next one is Darren Dean Vaughn.
DDV.
Since Darren Dean Vaughn was arrested in 2014 for the murder of a 19-year-old prostitute, he has confessed to killing at least 6 more women. But it wasn't the first time he'd been in trouble with the cops. Vaughn had been convicted of aggravated rape in 2009 in Texas. After serving a total of 5 years, he returned to his home state in Indiana in
Where I'm
July
at.
of 2013. There, he killed 19-year-old Hardy,
Africa Hardy.
strangling her and leaving her body in a bathtub of a motel.
Oh, sorry.
But he was caught on surveillance cameras, and when police questioned him, he admitted to killing 6 more women. Soon, he led investigators to the bodies that he left in abandoned buildings around Gray, Indiana. In addition to the murder charges, Vaughn faces counts of rape, attempted murder, and criminal confinement, and is facing the death penalty for his crimes. He's probably passed on by now or been put to death because this is an older article.
I have to bring this up, gentlemen. For the gentlemen out there in the world watching this, PSA for y'all. If the hooker is dead when you're done with her, you are not paying for the right services. I'm just saying. Find a rando off the street for that. Don't pay a hooker. You pay a hooker for certain services. You don't waste your money just to kill them. Go find a rando. This has been a PSA announcement for the Joker.
He's actually still alive. He hasn't been put to death yet.
Good. Maybe we'll hear this. He looks like the freaking. He looks like the dad from freaking. Actually, no. He looks like who's the guy in Happy Gilmore? The dick.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. Yeah, Shooter McGavin. Yeah. I thought of it as you were saying it. Yeah, Shooter McGavin. He looks like Shooter McGavin. He looks like a fat retired Shooter McGavin.
Hold on. We're talking about 2 different guys. This is this guy now.
Oh, we're back to this guy now?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like Dave Chappelle when he plays the junkie.
I don't want to point out obvious reasons why he doesn't look like Shooter McGavin, but
that guy looks like Dave Chappelle when he plays the junkie. Come on, man. Anybody got a?
Okay. Our next is William Devin Howell. In 2015, the remains of 4 people were found behind a Connecticut strip mall. This is William right there, guys.
Dude looks like the fucking unhappiest little dude, big dude in the world.
It was the same desolate stretch of land where investigators had discovered 3 other bodies back in 2007. Investigators believed that the deaths were the work of one individual, William Devon Howell, a drifter already in jail for the death of another woman who was last seen getting into a van in 2003. Her blood was later discovered in Howell's 1985 Ford that he allegedly called his murder mobile.
That's only important because, like, if you're gonna murder somebody, a 1985 Ford Econoline, that's a sweet choice. That is a sweet choice. It's got a lot of cargo room. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, he called that his murder vehicle, well, his murder mobile.
As one does.
It's there that he allegedly slept next to the body for at least one of his victims.
My dad called his the shaggin' wagon, but you know, to each their own, I guess.
Police were
But did
led
he-
for how.
But did he truly
slept
did
next
he
to the corpse.
did he truly shag in it? That's the question.
Oh, I had a bed in the back for sure. There are rumors that's where I was made, but
It explains a lot.
anywho, go ahead.
Police were led to Howell after his cellmate told him about his garden, where he buried his victims, who all disappeared in 2003 when Howell was working odd jobs in New Britain, Connecticut area. Howell pled guilty to the manslaughter of Erasminda in 2007 and is currently serving 15 years in prison. The trial for the 6 other murders may not happen until sometime in 2018, as the state continues to process this gruesome evidence.
I just made an observation I've never made before. You never see murder victims with the names of like John Smith or like fucking like Julie Andrews. That was a weird choice, but you know what I mean.
Some
Like,
weird ass
it's always
name
some fucking
that
weird
you can't
name.
pronounce. It's like
So I'm gonna
Whoa.
apply causation. I
Why
think
do you
if you
think
have a
they-
weird name, you're more likely to be murdered. Just
Why do you
saying.
think they become serial killers? So they're taught for their names their whole life and it makes them hate everybody.
No, it's the other way
the
around. They get
victims
murdered.
are the ones that murdered
Mhm.
with the weird name.
I mean, the murderer here is William Howell, so he's probably Bill Howell. That's super easy. But
I
the
mean,
the victim is Nilsa Erismandia. Like,
William Howell, grandchild of Thurston Howell III. His grandfather went on a 3-hour tour and never came back.
sir, that deserves a clap. That was a good one. Okay. That was phenomenal.
A 3-hour tour.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's get back on track here, I guess.
Our next is Salvador Perron. A murderer was on the loose in Brooklyn, killing shopkeepers in the Middle Eastern district while they worked. Police eventually found their man, Salvador, a failing business owner whose wife and children had left him. Police say Salvador
sleep.
stalked the streets of Brooklyn with a kill kit he carried around in a black duffel bag that included screwdrivers, switchblades, a bloody 8-inch serrated knife, 3 ladies' blouses. I have no clue for that, but okay, whatever. Latex gloves, bleach, wire cutters, and a loaded, sawed-off rifle. When they searched his home, they found a basement layer filled with ammo, a 12-gauge shotgun, duct tape, It took the jury less than 30 minutes to convict him, and they nicknamed him Son of Sal.
Well, as Chris Hansen would say, did you bring condoms?
Hey, this guy looks like he's really sad. He's like, "Oh, they caught me."
Go closer to it. I can't see his picture all the way.
He does
All
look
right, yeah.
sad.
Oh, if you look like that, you'd be looking sad too.
He's like, "Aw, I
He was
wasn't
looks like
done."
sentenced to.
He looks like the he looks like the bad Russian spy in any freaking movie from the '60s.
Holy shit, you're right.
I'm surprised Rocky and Bullwinkle ain't chasing him.
Dude, you're on one today. I love it.
Well, he was sentenced to the maximum sentence, 75 years to life in prison.
That's not long enough. Something I never
Okay.
something I never heard in my life before. But that's not long enough.
So, in 2011, Israel Keys, a former soldier who was honorably discharged from the U.S. Army, turned off his cell phone, boarded a plane to Chicago, and then drove a rental car all the way to Vermont, paying cash for all of his expenses to avoid leaving a trail. There he dug up a murder kit that he had buried in 2009. And supplies in hand, he picked a couple of random people and brutally and maliciously murdered them. In 2012, in Anchorage, Alaska, he murdered 18-year-old Samantha Coing and tortured her family with text, photographs, debit card withdrawals, pretending she was still alive. He was eventually caught in Texas and sent to Alaska for trial on charges of rape, kidnapping, and murder. He confessed to murdering 4 individuals in Washington state, as well as 1 in New York, and is suspected of more crimes. Keys committed suicide in his jail cell before he could be convicted.
Who kills
he went
people in
the
Alaska? Those people are already going through enough.
Actually, Alaska has a shitload of serial killer cases. It's
because they're
it's
bored
dark.
and cold.
It's because they're bored, cold, and horny. You know, they actually I don't know if they still do it, but they used to pay women in like the '90s to go to Alaska because there were so many men.
They pay people in general.
I mean, shit. I'll go. There's a city in Alaska that's completely indoors. I would love to live there. Never have to go outside again. I'm fucking good.
I'm Norse Pagan. That's where I live, man.
Well, tell Odin to get his ass down here and give me some gifts.
Odin doesn't just give shit.
What? I gotta go hang myself from a tree for 3 days?
No, you gotta. It's a give and take. It's not just a gift for you, buddy.
Oh, Odin knows I give it. I giveth all fucking day, so he should be giveth to me.
That's the funny thing, because when I was a Christian, it's like you couldn't talk shit about God, right? Because it's like sacrilegious. But the Norse, you can talk shit about them all day. They don't give a fuck.
I still talk shit about God. I still talk shit about God when I was religious, but whatever.
Okay, so our next one is Lonnie David Franklin Jr. Yes, I skipped down a little.
Lonnie? I knew Sanchez wasn't your last name.
Lonnie, are you watching? What did you do? Well, that's not Lonnie. Okay, between 1985 and 2007, Lonnie David Franklin Jr. may have killed 25 women and possibly dozens, even hundreds more. He's known as the Grim Sleeper for taking a 14-year break from his murder spree from 1988 to 2002, though it looks like he might not have slept at all. Either way, unlike his more infamous peers, Like the Hillside Strangler or the Night Stalker, Franklin largely operated outside the media spotlight by targeting women on the fringe of society, including drug addicts and prostitutes, often dumping their naked bodies in alleys or on the side of the road. According to the Los Angeles Times, when police searched Franklin's home in 2010, they found even more pictures of women naked with their eyes closed, implying that the scope of Franklin's horrendous crime spree could be much larger than previously thought.
Wait a minute.
So he was convicted of 10.
Harley, say naked again.
No.
Say naked again.
No.
What? Because you don't want to say naked? I got naked today.
You're a dick.
Oh, I know. I know that, dude. I'm an asshole. I already know that. There's a reason. There's a reason I'm on a lot of podcasts. It's because I'm an asshole. People love it. What can I say? Harley knows it's all jokes.
And I'm a good podcaster. I'm eating carrots on live air, so that's good.
Well, you keep sticking that in your mouth.
Yeah, that could have been like up someone's bum for all you know. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it tonight because don't you have another show right after this, Joker?
Not tonight actually. We're taking a week off, but
Okay.
I am sick as a dog, so I am perfectly fine with that, and I'd rather just go get naked and go to bed.
And don't shove that carrot up your bum.
Hey, fun times are fun times.
There,
They're
he's
small
got a bunch
enough.
of carrots for you.
They're small enough, so let's go.
They're red for your pleasure.
Yeah. Make you feel every centimeter.
Wow. Okay, guys, don't forget to go check out Kayla and Billy's crafts on Facebook. Also, go check out W Energy. Use our code The Asylum with Harley and Joker, and you'll get 10% off of your order. Also, don't forget, we are doing a giveaway at the end of March for a custom skull. Josh, drop your shop in there.
Well, it's
We're
not
giving
my
away-
own
we're giving
shop.
away a-
It's-
We're giving away a scroll. I want an alien.
That sounds awesome. It's not my own shop, but it's the one I work at, and it's my friend owns it, so I love giving him advertising. If you'd like a chance on buying a prop or anything that I have made, you can swing by wolfgarprops.com and check out all the shit that we make there. It's absolutely awesome. It's the coolest job I've ever had. Every day at work, I go, holy shit, this is cool. I'm being paid to like nerd out. It's pretty sick. Anyways, yeah, check us out at Wolfguard Props. And if you're in Indiana and are going to Indiana Comic Con at the end of the month, I'll be there.
Don't you threaten
Okay,
people at
guys.
Comic Con.
Remember to look both ways before crossing a crazy bitch. Have a good evening.
Hey, fucking men.
True that.